CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity. CMC core values. CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's all together. Let's all together. It's a unity. Raise up your hands. CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, yes, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.
Good evening to everyone. Yeah, we've been facing some little bit technical problem with our internet, but good to be on here, folks. It's exactly 16 minutes past 6 o'clock. Welcome. This is 96.1 Truth FM, the Renaissance Radio. It is a special edition for Liberia's ISA on this radio. It's on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then on Saturday, we'll come with the special edition. So let me say good evening to every one of you. And the last little war, with the giveaway. So Mr. Aaron Kuya and Noah. So Aaron and Noah, the two person live and they've called me back to back. But guys, I'm in studio already, so you have to be a little bit patient until I can run the show and get back to you because I tried getting to you today when I was free. Yeah. So I hope you can just be patient a little bit. Allow me to run the show. At the end of the show, I will get back to you. Aaron and Noah, the two persons to remain. For the giveaway. So 7% last night, and they know exactly what they receive. as the weekend from the team here from Liberia's east side, from our panelists. So let me say thanks to every one of you from last night. So the two-person Aaron and Noah, as I said, just be patient when I leave the show. I will reach out to you. I'm already in studio and I'm already on the show, so I cannot do anything now. Folks, welcome. 18 minutes. Is that 18? Yeah. 18 minutes after 6. Welcome to the program here on Truth FM 96.1. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then on Saturday, we'll bring you a very special edition of Liberia's East Side. Mr. J. Victor Nangwe, Liza for Dr. Richardson, and Madam Victoria Sandolo, Smith Tope. The team will shortly be joining us on tonight, and I'm still waiting on. And as soon as we get signal from the rest of the panelists coming on, we'll bring it on. But before our panelists join us, we will have and yeah, we'll have other things to be talking about and throw light on it, what's happening, what's unfolding back home here, and we'll have just a pre discussion on some of major topics or training points, training things that happen at home. Thanks to Heron Jala who's streaming this program live on Real TV. So let's recognize Henry for his work, his level of contribution. So Henry, I say you're welcome. Thank you so much. Welcome, folks. The very east side, we discuss things that have affecting our country, and we also throw light on the citizen movement for change, the CMC, agenda or activities for the past years. No, the CMC and has been working in your district, your community, your town. They have been carrying massive work across this country, rural connectivity, and making sure that they can reach out to the youth group, the adults, so they can have a fruitful discussion, telling them what exactly the CMC brings or comes with. People ask the question, what you bring to the table or what you bring to the table. So there are a lot of things the CMC comes with. So we throw light on the citizen movement for change activities on this platform. We had to discuss about it. At the same time, we flip to other national issues that are affecting our country. So hats up to all of you. Right after the Ramadan celebration, good to be here again tonight. And Noah, say happy birthday. Congratulations to all of you who fighting August. Maybe you are getting married today. I say congratulations to you. Birthday greeting to you. Special Ramadan celebration to you. Let's keep this one holding. You went through it for I think 30 to 31 days or 30 days. To fast and pray for our nation, to fast and pray for our people, to fast and pray for our leaders. Yes, we are not giving up, but to stand by our people's side all through praying for this country, waking up early in the morning between 4:30 to 5 o'clock to go and pray. 6 o'clock, you have to be there at the mosque, or you have to be there at that time. 6 p.m. or 5:30, you have to be there at that time to pray. You took upon that time. You said, let me give this time here, for my country, to keep my country in my prayer. So whether you're Muslim, whether you're a Christian, and I know you observe this entire month of Ramadan, I say happy Ramadan to you. Welcome, folks. So it's Saturday. There are so many things can be there in the weekend. A lot of things can be there in the weekend. So the weekend, so many things can happen. In which maybe it's on your mind and you want to share with us. So we're going to talk about it. We always say it. We open the line so you can talk what's on your mind. It's weekend. It's Saturday. Our team of panelists will shut the drumming. So Aaron and Noah, patient Noah or my Noah, just hold on a little bit. I'm already on air now. I had the time to go out to you people today to to do the disbursement of your gift, or giveaway. And then both of you are just going to reach out to you people. Now I'm on the radio, so you have to just go on and be patient and leave. 0776-927472. What's on your mind? All through all the week from Monday to Saturday, or from Monday to Friday, from Sunday to Friday. You've been finding all these things happening back home. What can we do to solve some of the things that are happening now? What's on your mind? You want to share with us before the rest of the panelists come on? Call me on 0776-927472. And the numbers for you to call on 0776-927472. Let's hear you share with us what's on your mind. As I said, there are so many national issues, so many. Our lawmakers are currently in Lofa County. Our lawmakers, they are currently in Lofa County. They are fighting the situation that are currently in Lofa County. And someone said, but why the speaker should raise the life for people fathers? To take people fathers when you have to Lofa County, why the speaker should raise their life? When the president of this country were able to go out and met the president of Guinea, they sat on a round table to discuss about the current situation at the border. Well, I'm not going to go to that. What I would discuss. That's on racial. Yeah. What's on your mind? Good evening.
How are you, sir?
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure to talk with you.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm Mr. Eric D. Now calling from District 6 to be beside Mosquito County. Community.
You are live. Go ahead.
Yeah, the issue that has to do with our border, especially.
Is that what on your mind?
It's what on my mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we all, from sources that we're gathering, the Guineans, they are already in our territory. So there's nothing to do with. So everybody needs to put their feet down, and see what to do, to protect this country and the citizen. And also, I would say that merry-making team, if somebody leaves the country and cross the boundary and come to your country, it got different negative implications. Especially when when you're talking about money or all kind of things, they don't know what's happening. And so I'm calling for the European on our side, especially for those that got governmental power to do the necessary thing to protect the peace of this country. That's what really on my mind.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The next caller, that's what read on my mind. 0776-927472. What's on your mind on the weekend edition for Liberia's East Side? A lot of things happening back home. So many training issues. Christian Sisi, Christian, hats up to you. You say, Christian, you're welcome. 0776-927472. What's on your mind this weekend? Liberia's East Side, you're on Truth FM 96.1. It comes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then on Saturday, 6 to 8 o'clock, we'll bring you this very special edition. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
My name is Maya Sherry, calling for a borough of Clifton.
Go ahead, Maya.
Thank you for your topic on the discussion this evening. For me, what on my mind, I want for the Liberian government to tell us what going on the issue of this border embarrassment.
Okay.
You getting me?
So you want the government to tell the people that, but the government spoke already?
They are hiding from us. They are hiding from us.
The government said they are working also and information. So are you prepared? Are you prepared now to go to information ministry, because the minister said if you don't believe that the government is working, you can pass to them and they'll give you arm. So the guys have said they are working.
The government should not tell us that they will give arm. It's not what we vote them for. We vote them to protect us as a citizen, as a government to protect us. We the citizen. We are not the ones who want to go facing Guinea. They know what they did to that water. They know what they did on that water. That what they took us into our territory. To embarrass us.
Just to embarrass us. What's on your mind? 0776. The rest of the panelists we shut the drumming. I want to show you this Aaron. Aaron Quay and Noah, if you're monitoring the both of you, yeah, you can still reach out to me. All right. 0776927472. What's on your mind? Monday to Friday. Yeah, it's a very busy time. We're busy all throughout the week. A lot of things happening. So many things happen during the week. Currently, the lawmakers are in lo-fi, guys. The president will fire between the Guinean president and Sarah on right to the thought about our water. It still, I don't know what the outcome of that meeting until our lawmakers are trying, going all the way now to lo-fi. Yeah, so hello, caller, go ahead. Share with us what's on your mind this evening.
Good evening, brother.
Yes, sir.
My name is Chibi Manuel Kwate, and I call from Montreal resident. What on my mind is we have to do is statement the information minister made.
Okay.
I think in my mind, the information minister that we have placed out of order in the same whether like people, and he has an apology to people. He needs to apologize. It is a right of the information ministry and the government to provide or detailed solution of what is going to happen. Sometimes I go and tell us go to hold guns. We don't hold guns. He will hold the guns. He ain't going to hold guns. The whole fight to the border, they know what they can put on it. We had a right to ask. We gotta be concerned. We fought 14 years when this country we can't run around. So what can we get to the degree where you're going today? They want everyone back. So we're going to die in this war. Are we crazy? We have to be enough. We know what we're talking about. We know it's so. We know we're in this country. So we gotta go back in offering your closet and come back to the people and reality and point that to. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much. We invested too much after of the world. Liberians are coming back home, trying to focus now to developing their country. Our children back in school, they focus so much. The minds are all open now, focus on development. People are traveling out of this country, going to other countries. They're seeing outside Liberia. They're seeing how people are developing their country. They're coming back to their home to develop their home. Then people still having that mindset of violence. People still thinking of it. If an information minister can sit on or stay on a national platform to make such statement, if you think that, if you guys think we are not working, government is not finding solution to what happened at the border, you come, they will give you guys that's the wrong statement from the minister. And he needs to apologize. It's the people concerned, Honorable Minister. Geraldine Pia is the people concerned. They need to find out. They need a question. They need to go on Facebook. They need to go on different radio platforms to ask questions. They need to do that because people know what they went through, what they passed through. Mr. Number, welcome, man. Good evening. From my side, it's already 6:31.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Shelley. Thank you very much. It's good to be with you. And thank you also for kicking things off. Let me also thank Henry in the background. I saw him there. Thank you all very much. Thanks to our audience for joining us. Happy Saturday. This first Saturday after Ramadan. First spring Saturday here. We started the spring season here. It may not mean much to you in Liberia, but it's a lot because it means the weather here is starting to warm up. You know, we can now get outside to play. You know, without all the jackets and the big coats and all that. You know, turn the heat off. So it's starting to look really, really inviting outside. There's a lot of sun. So, but it's good to be with you. Thank you also for taking some calls, and thanks to all of our friends who called in, listening in to some of the calls. Thank you for calling in. Also, our topics are right there on the screen. For those of you in Radio Land, we have three major topics, and then we'll go on to other things. One is we'll talk a little bit about the end of Ramadan. So Eid Mubarak. Happy Eid Mubarak to all of our friends, Muslim brothers and sisters who are still celebrating. And then we know that the PR was also invited to celebrate the festivities, so we'll talk a little bit about that too. And then we'll talk about what is happening in this government. There are now suggestions that this government may actually be intentionally losing cases in the courts because they're trying to set a precedent that they will look to tomorrow to exonerate themselves when they themselves are accused of the very charges that they're trying to prosecute. All of these high-profile cases, we will talk about them. Starting from the fisheries to Nocal, to the central bank, so we'll talk about those. Are they losing intentionally, pretending to lose to win tomorrow? So we'll look at that, and then we'll talk a little bit about what is happening at the border, what we know about what is happening so far, where things are, and we'll close out with a few announcements. And so thank you very much for joining us again. As you indicated, answer, you're right. Some of my colleagues will be joining me hopefully later. I know Dr. Richardson. She was here with me on last Saturday. She intends to be here with me today too, but she's on a plane. And she sent me a note around 12 o'clock. I believe that her plane had been delayed by like an hour or so because she expected to arrive at her destination at about 1 o'clock our time, which would have been about 5 o'clock your time, to give us at least 1 hour to join us on the show. But so now she may be arriving just when we're getting ready to sign up. No, actually, she'll be arriving about 3 o'clock. So there might be time for her to join us. So looking forward to that. And also, Vicky might join me, USA Canada chairperson. She was here with me last Saturday also, thanks to my USA chair. So also, let me acknowledge you have done so. I also see some of the familiar names popping up in the comment section. You probably saw Christine Senesi Ne. Christine Senesi Ne. Welcome. Let's see here. I hope I say your name right. Roland T. Roland, I saw your post in the chat room. Happy birthday, my friend. I think you have a birthday today. So happy birthday to you, Roland. Also, there was another birthday in the chat room. I forget who it was, but happy birthday to all of our CMC brothers and sisters who are celebrating birthdays today, including my friend here, Roland T. I think he's with the Mark GBT all the way in Calcutta, so Cac City. They say happy birthday, my friend. Let's also send words of sympathies to our vice chair for recruitment and mobilization, the Honorable Gumpu Koga. I think he lost his big brother. The announcement was made today by the Secretary General, Mr. Wilfred Bengura. So again, sympathies to the Honorable Vice Chair for mobilization and recruitment. Hope you're holding up, sir. I also see here our own coordinator, executive coordinator here for recruitment and mobilization, Ansu Dukle. Now the Honorable Ansu Dukle, one-time candidate for for Grenada. I dare say I think he's getting ready to make it run again, but I'm not gonna make that announcement. He will. But Ansu is here, and thanks for joining us. I saw also as we're getting ready to come on air, he began posting the flyer for the inauguration of our third chapter in the diaspora. Our first chapter was launched in Minnesota, I believe in July of last year, if I'm not mistaken, July or August. And then our second chapter was launched recently in Nigeria, West Africa. And so we're getting ready in early May. I think it's the weekend of May 1st, May 2nd, and 3rd. We'll be launching the Philadelphia, Delaware, and New Jersey chapter in Philadelphia, where Mr. Ansu Dukle is, and our chair lady there, Ms. Gertrude Jeblising. She's also mourning the loss of her brother. I haven't put in a call yet. I have to do that. So let me welcome all of you and thank you for joining us. We appreciate your company. Do share the show. Invite a friend, spread the link, and let them join us. At some point in time, I'll ask my friends in the studio, Musa and Henry, to open the lines again so you can make your input. So first of all, let's say happy Eid Mubarak to our Muslim brothers and sisters. So yesterday, to commemorate the day or to celebrate, we had a 2-hour segment here. Dr. Richardson was kind enough to join us, and so we had 2-hour segment at which time we gave out some prizes. I heard Mr. Surley making the announcement. I seen some of the people already claimed the prizes. It wasn't much, but we just wanted to appreciate you for being with us. So I think it was $10 a piece or so. But it looks like a few people have not been able to claim their prizes. So please do contact Mr. Ensu Shalif. He will read out that number at some point in time. Call that number and claim your prize. So we want to also say that in recognition of this day, we also announced yesterday during the show that starting yesterday, we are accepting um,
Photos? Just
uh,
photos?
yes, photos. So let me see if I can bring this up real quickly and see where the photos are supposed to go. So we encourage you to send your photos here at these numbers. You can send your photo directly to the studio. Again, Ansu will announce that number, or you can send your photo to Dr. Francine Chinabwith Richardson, our global chair, at 856-343-5848. Ansu, you want to read the numbers for us, please? My eyes
Yes.
don't play tricks on me.
Yeah, Dr. Richardson blocks 856-343-5848. Mr. J. Victor Namwe block 6 plus 1 609 334 6619. Miss Futura Sanduro blocks 1763 406 0961. So the numbers I'm calling are the numbers you can now just WhatsApp your photos. Best and nice photo that you wish maybe you watching it good for the Ramadan. This one time send that photo to that WhatsApp number and walk away with something 0776 another number 927472 0776 927472.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shalif. Yes, so again, you don't have to be a Muslim. Just if you think you dressed up yesterday looking nice and looking all suave, looking all what we call it, looking all fresh and fly, you can send your photo. The deadline to submit those photos will be next Friday, I believe, March 26th. I think Friday will be the 26th, or is that Thursday? Yes, Thursday, the 26th of March. So send your photos into any of those numbers, and again, you can win a prize. We are thinking to make it a cash prize. I believe it's going to be $10 or so. Again, $10. You can put $10 in your pocket and do whatever you want to do with it. So submit your photos, and we'll be announcing the winners here on a Friday when we come on. But the deadline is Thursday. We must have your photos by Thursday because we have to upload them into the program before we start. So again, don't wait. Send in your photos. Roland, we wished you happy birthday. Apparently, you didn't hear us. Roland Tia is reminding us he lives in Kakada today, his birthday. So Roland, happy birthday to you, my brother. Thank God for another 365. May God continue to bless you. So talking about the celebration um of the end of Ramadan, and so I have real quickly, I had it up here, but somehow just now, I lose it. Just give me a second here. This has gotten so much, so much, uh, uh, action. I'm shocked. The PL, he celebrated Ramadan. I think he was invited by a Muslim community in Montserrat. This thing has gotten over 5,000, um, over 5,000, over 5,000 comments. And I was, people really appreciated the fact that he did, so this is where the PR was, on yesterday and of Ramadan. And there's so many people appreciating the fact that, he went to celebrate with his Muslim brothers and sisters. So it got so many comments. I didn't read all of them, but the ones that I saw, majority were very favorable. Even though you always find out there's one or two people who would always want to, play Jankan. But generally, the comments were really good. So I just thought to share with our people what over 5,000 of your compatriots are talking about, because this is a trending topic. This is the Honorable Musa Hassan Belete. He got invited by, I believe, district number 17, I think, in Montserrat. And so this is how he spent his Ramadan, celebrating with, our Muslim brothers and sisters. The end of Eid al-Fitr. I know I didn't say it right. And I know some of my men down here, they will be writing and be saying all kind of things. But you know what? And I have to. So, but yeah, this is the Honorable Musa Hassan Belete celebrating end of Ramadan. And I just thought to show a few of the, people who came in. I mean, this is quite a crowd back here. These are some of the young people and elders who attended. I think this is the Imam. I see our general, female general. I think we call her Miss Binta Ability. I see her in a photo. And this is what was happening. This is what was happening yesterday at the in Montserrat County. This is the Honorable Musa Hassan Belete worshiping with his Muslim brothers and sisters, thanking Allah for, all the wonderful things that he's done. There more. If you want to see more, you can go on the page of the Honorable Musa Hassan Belete, and you will see all of these beautiful photos. But yeah, so over 5,000 comments, and I was surprised by that. But a lot of people are interested in whatever the CMC does, and so again, happy Ramadan, end of Ramadan to our Muslim brothers and sisters. Also, to mark the end of the day, we know the PL issued a statement. We just like to read that real quickly. Let's see here. I'm not too savvy with the team, and so I'm trying my best here. And I'll let you and Henry, so give me a minute here. But we read this yesterday, and we just thought to read it again. This is the statement from the Honorable Musa Hassan Belete, and he says here, as Muslims across Liberia and around the world conclude the holy month of Ramadan, I'd extend my warmest greetings and heartfelt congratulations to all. Ramadan has been a sacred period of reflection, sacrifice, prayer, and devotion to Allah. It reminds us of the values of unity, compassion, generosity, and peace. May this joyous occasion of Eid bring renewed hope, blessings, and prosperity to every home. May Allah accept your fasting, prayers, and good deeds and reward you abundantly. Eid Mubarak to you and your family. This is coming from the political leader of the CMC, coming from the CMC family to our Muslim brothers and sisters. So happy uh, Eid Mubarak. All right. So that was our topic number one. Ansel, you want to chime in? You got something to say about that before we move on? You and I, we in it here, 30, we in it 50-50
Just
now.
waiting on you until waiting on you when you're done to to give the lineup. That's all, Mr. Nambi.
Okay. All
Then
right.
you can go ahead with the lineup.
Okay. So that was our topic number one. Um then there has been concerns, and this had me wondering. I had to go back and look at how the government is faring. I think sometime a few months ago, it came out that the government may have won only two out of, I think, 28 cases of malfeasance, just bad behavior in government that they had attempted to prosecute. Um, we on the tenure cases, beginning with the tenure cases, we can go back to Ms. Edwina Zakwa's case at Telecom. We can go back to Mr. Garrison Yelu at the Good Governance Commission. We can go to the lottery. We can go, there are lots of cases. We can talk in recent times. We can talk about the Rosalind Dennis case at Nokal. We can talk about the Emma Glasgow case at the fisheries. We can go back to the central bank and talk about Mr. Eloshus Talu, who was dismissed, and then when the news broke that the government actually took him beyond the house and offered to give him $300,000 per year, I think for 3 or 4 years for the remainder of his tenure on his the time on his contract, because all these people were being dismissed, summarily without due process, without cause, and while they were still tenured. Now, there are other cases. We can talk about the LACC. We know the biggest case they ever went after has been the Gracious Right case with Fina Bondo. We don't know where that case is, whether they won it, whether they lost it, but we chalk that up to another loss because we don't know if they concluded it. So all these cases, and the question that many are asking is, you know, is this government trying to set a precedent that when they leave office tomorrow, they will point to because and I'm not embarrassed to say this. I actually took something from Yeke Koluba on another net where I gotta give him credit. He highlighted this. He said the Supreme Court usually the cases are decided based on precedent. They point to what has happened before, and based on that, they can draw a lesson and use it for the present. And that had me waking up. And I talked to a couple of my friends, and they were saying, "Wait a minute, you know what? That makes a lot of sense." So, by this government apparently intentionally losing these cases, are they actually winning? So they are winning by losing. They go and take the case, they play Yakan with it, and act like they're prosecuting it. At the end of the day, they declare a loss, and then they walk away. But then that case would have been recorded in the Liberian legal archives. And then tomorrow, when they get taken to court, they say, well, this has happened before, and this is what happened based on this. So the question I've been asked, is the government intentionally losing cases because they're trying to preserve their future? They know that they'll be taken to court tomorrow for some of the things they're doing, and they can point to what is happening today, to plea their case for tomorrow. There's this whole Samuel Toy case, that has been in and out of the court. They are stretching it as much as they can. Mr. Tuer was, taking the court, and the action. He said he didn't think he should be prosecuted for performing uh, instructions, carrying out instructions from the government of Liberia. So he was claiming presidential immunity. And the court, they play around with it. The lower court wanted to clamp down on it. I believe the higher court came down and said, no, you guys should look into the matter. But the point is, Mr. Tua is arguing that one of the reasons for which the government giving the instruction to devote so much money to the security unit, and the financial intelligence unit or so, was because of the very remarks that Mr. Barker himself made that if they attempted to cheat, the Liberia will cease to exist. I mean, basically, those were the I don't remember the exact quote, but he made some very, very some of us felt very reckless, remarks as a former vice president and a presidential candidate, and also I think the oldest candidate in the race. We thought he should have really tempered his remarks. He didn't, and so he issued a threat to the WIA government, and Tua and others are arguing that based on this threat, they had to reinforce their security, and so but that case is still off and on. We don't know what has happened or what's going to happen to it. So, Mr. Shirley, let's open the lines, and if there are any callers available, I want them to tell us what they think. Do they think this
But
government is genuinely prosecuting these cases, or is
mm,
this just a flow show, just a fiamomo, a small screen trying to preserve the future so that tomorrow they will have something to point to and say, but when we were there, this is how this happened, and this person was exonerated. This case is
mhm.
very similar to what it was, so therefore we should be exonerated. So have your say.
Yeah, thank you again, Mr. Namwe. Thanks so much. So you can call me on 0776 927 4782. Let's get the line because this caller right here. Hello.
Yeah, good evening. TV Manuel Quattro once again.
Where, Chief?
Okay, so the topic, I think this government is trying to do a precedent case when they put in power
Mm.
so that they can say, national prayer case, you have to look at the precedent. You put it down off your soul. That's
Mm.
just showing you where so.
All right.
I mean,
0776 927 4782. Let's say call me and be live here tonight on 0776 927 72. Let's pick up more calls for those of you who are calling. Plus 231 just in case online. Plus 231 776 927472. Plus 231 776 927472. And our panelists, and so we get signal for the rest of the panelists. We will beginning on Mr. Nagwe is already on. I think you listen to him. So call and then participate. Yeah, tonight.
Thank you very much. And if any call comes in, you can always interrupt me. But let me thank Mr. J. Manakwate. I think that's the second call today, and thank you, Mr. Quater, for for tuning in and for watching. I'm a little bit disappointed. I didn't hear you call yesterday. I thought you were taking advantage and won yourself a little something. So, but anyway, God willing, we will announce today towards the end of the show. We may likely do our prize giveaway again on Saturday. I'm waiting for my son. Usually, this is father and son and wife little project for now. It's not a CMC project, so they gotta authorize me. But I think it's very likely we'll have a little giveaway again next Saturday. I just appreciate you for spending your 2 hours with us on a Saturday afternoon, a Saturday evening. So hang in there, Mr. J. Manakwate and others who may be listening. You may have a chance to win something on Saturday. But on Friday too, we'll also be announcing the winners of our best dressed competition again. Do send in your photo to these numbers, Mr. Shalif, and so read out these numbers. They're
Yeah.
on the screen. You can send your photo to any one of these. You don't got to send them to all the numbers. You can send them to any one of these numbers, and we will judge, and we'll be announcing the winners on Friday the 27th. but your entry has to be in by Thursday the 26th. So send in your photo. We want to see how you what's the name, Dr. Richardson? How you zoot up. We want to see how you zooted up yesterday. So send in your photo. You don't have to be a Muslim, but we were giving emphasis to our Muslim brother and sister who dressed up for Ramadan. But you don't have to be a Muslim. Yesterday, if you think you dressed up in a way that should win you a prize, send us that photo to any one of these numbers, and we will be putting them together. And a winner will be announced on Friday the 27th. All right. So yeah, I agree with Mr. Kwate here. It is becoming concerning. Many people are thinking that this government is actually setting the stage, with all of these cases they are losing, so that tomorrow, we talked about them. Some of these cases include the telecom case. We talk about that. Mrs. Winners Crum Zappa and her colleagues. And interestingly, on that case, Mr. Abu Kamara, who was a part of that team that was audited, for which Mrs. Zampa and others were removed, the president ended up retaining him as the commissioner there for over a year. Over a year, right? How does that happen? You dismiss a set of people on the same team for allegations or for the findings of an audit, and yet you elevated one of them to head the very commission for over a year. There were so many calls before the president finally plucked up the courage to let Mr. Kamara go, and then he sued. And I think his charges were dismissed. So that was that case. Then we talk about the Good Governance Commissioner, Mr. Garrison Yelu. He was dismissed, even though he had tenure. He ended up suing. I think he did, and he was retained in his position. Then Mr. Andrew Peters at the National ID Card Registry. I know that because my brother Tia headed that registry, both under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and under George Weah. I know a thing or two about that registry. So the gentleman who succeeded him just before the Sirleaf government ended, I think Weah rather appointed him. He still had some time left on his contract. He was dismissed when President Walker came in. He sued, and it looks like he was allowed to retain his position. If I'm not afraid, I think my brother was a part of that team, if I'm not mistaken. Because I remember he was telling me anyway. So Mr. Peters, I remember specifically, was retained in that position. Then the National Lottery, Mr. Reginald Nagby, he also sued, and he ended up retaining his position. And then we talked about the asset recovery case, of Fina Bondo, LACC. Gracious right, they made so much hoopla about it. We remember the yellow vest and all of that. I think Mr. Emmanuel, I forgot his name, of the economic freedom fighters, Mr. I forgot Gombe, I believe. Anyway, he ended up quitting. I think Martin Colley was on that team. He ended up leaving. They levied allegations against my friend Clark Martin. Unilaterally committing the commission, paying rent for I think over a year, all kinds of stuff. We don't know what they're doing right now. And then we talked about the president in February of 2025. I remember fired I think 457 people, suspended, not fired. Suspended 457 people who have failed to declare the asset. Suspended these people, and after being in office for over a year, almost 2 years, the president finally got upset, suspended these people for what? For 1 month. For 1 month, because they told the president to find somewhere and go sit down. The president had call on them over and over and over and over to go and declare your asset. And why is this important? Because when you come into government, right, you have to tell us what you're coming with. You know, what's your worth? You know, what you owe? You know, because way too often people come into government with nothing, and then we find, you know, some of them why in government they're building tombs, mausoleum for their dead relatives, you know, and some of these people couldn't even make rent, you know. So where do you get audits? So there has to be a lifestyle audit besides your financial audit at your agency. But we have no reference to point to say, you know, when you came in, this is where you were, you know, maybe you could afford 3 cars, you know, and so right now you've added 2 cars. We can understand that, you know, you're capable. But there's some people you come in, you know, you don't even have a car, but then within a short period of time, you know, you're building, you know, you're breaking down your house and building, renovating them. The region speaker is doing that. Immediately after he was elected, we heard he broke down his house and he started renovating, you know, and also increased his girlfriends, you know. He went from 1, 2, 3 to Magdala Cooper and all of these people. He now got, I don't know how many girlfriends he get, you know. And there was this photo of another woman who sold a car to this man, and because he feel now he's a big boy, you know. But anyway, I'm not gonna go there today because I'm having a good time. He's the speaker who got respect. And somebody told me, say, yeah, I'll get the same my namesake. I'm showing some respect, but that man has been dismissed from the Nangwe family. Not that name he got is not a real Nangwe name he has, because attitude does not justify being called a Nangwe. He's just a little gangster. Anyway, so the president called on these people over and over to declare to Liberian people what you're coming with in government. Some of these people, you know, some of these people are employed from here in the States. And some of these people, you have to understand the motivation for their attitude in government. Some of them living here or even in Liberia, they got huge debt to pay. You know, some of them got mortgage here. You know, some of them paying maybe $5,000 a month, you know, to retain their houses here. Some of them got family here. Some of them, you know, got relatives in Europe and all of these things. So we have to know what your obligations are. Why, you know, whether you can, can be trusted to manage our resources properly. So asset declaration is very important. The president himself, he did not declare, even though the law says he should have before coming into office. He did not. He came into office for a very long time before he did declare his asset. That in itself, we thought kind of weakened the law, and he shot himself in the leg. So he, as a leader, he led with a bad example. And then, you know, after so much noise was being made, people like us and other Liberians, that these people are still in government, they haven't declared their asset. He finally decided he was finally JNB, what they call him, the pokok pokok, you know, the rescue train driver or pilot. He finally banged his head on the table, boo, and said, if you do not declare your asset, 457 people, we still remember that in February. Some of the people still have not. We don't even know who has. Some of them did, some of them have not. Poor JNB. He's trying. You gotta give him credit. I'm not trying again. He's doing his best. What he able to do, you know. So that case, you know. So people are wondering if this government really is not doing exactly what it intended to do and just acting, let's say, you know, they're trying their best, but in actual fact, they are actually trying to preserve the future for themselves. You know, we remember Josiah Joker, my good friend Josiah. You know, one of my fellow panelists from Focus on Liberia, very very intelligent young man academically, but managerially, I think he not make it. You know, and I tell my friend I didn't meet him with him. My friend Jerome did. Jerome gave him met him. You know, Josiah was very, very vocal against President Weah. He declared publicly, President Weah is not my president. He's not. He said all the worst things. He came into government, this government, took over civil service. Some group of people were expressing their democratic rights at the city hall. He instructed the city mayor to fire 9 people. Nine people. Those was, I think they sued after public outcry. Those people were reinstated. So the questions are being asked: yeah, all of this that this government is doing, do they really mean to prosecute bad cases, or are they just cutting a path that they can look to tomorrow and say, you know what, somebody traveled this way when we were there, we should be able to travel that way too. Therefore, based on how they got from there to here, you cannot touch us. We are traveling the same road. So we wanted you to call in. We didn't get anybody calling in except my friend Mara J. Mara Quadra. But thanks for calling in. We wanted you to have your input. So we'll be watching. But there is the widely held perception now that this government is actually really not intentionally prosecuting, these bad cases. They just want to touch them and massage it a little bit, set a record trail, and then they put it down so that tomorrow they'll go and dust up that file, and then the lawyer will say, well, look, so and so, this is what happened when we were there. Look. Nothing was done by this. How can you now can come and say, this is what you so, but we'll be watching. We'll be watching. So let's see here our third topic, and then we'll go on to other things. Our third topic was what is happening at the border. At the border. You got any update, my man, Mr. Sholif? Any latest update about what's going on with the border situation? Has
Well,
anything
yeah,
changed?
the law because they are in law file already.
Okay.
There are some photos. Yeah, some photos have been coming across, and I hope I can get it again so I can put it in the chat room, which we
Right.
can put it on there. But lawmakers are in the file already.
Okay.
This said last night that some of the lawmakers said are going to go at the border between Liberia and Guinea.
Okay.
So currently, the lawmakers are. I saw the speaker also there where he's
Okay.
in the actor for team of journalists. Yeah. So we went on to yeah. I know what come of their trip to Lofa County.
Yeah. To low fire. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And quickly, I think this thing came to a head on March 2nd, if I recall. On March 2nd, I think that's when the this whole thing broke. And the backstory is that there is some mining going on at this Makana Rover. I hope I said it right. I think so. Along the Solomba border or so, I believe. And I think the Guineans are upset about what is happening with this river. Um, so I think when the news broke, the government of Liberia dispatched the Minister of Internal Affairs, Minister Francis Yamali. He went there because we heard the Guineans had seized some of the equipment that they were using to dredge this river. The equipment, I didn't find the photo when I was coming on. I forgot to skew it, but you can look it up. It is a pretty big equipment, and that equipment suggests that they were doing something really heavy on this river. Anyway, so the Guineans seized the equipment, and um, they took the equipment to Guinea. So the minister went, whatever he and the people discussed, they were not happy with what he was presenting to them. So they sent him back. When they did, not only did they send him back, they also sent their troops across the border. So their troops crossed the river and set up shop on Liberian soil. They put their flags down and brought in their people and took position. So based on that, the citizen at the border town, they decided to put up a citizens watch and decide to defend the border. So they say, this is like over a whole day of the government saying or doing nothing. So these people, ordinary people, farmers, women, children, they decided they will defend our territorial integrity, defend our border. One of them got shot. One of those people got shot trying to prevent the Guineans from taking another piece of our land. Remember now, from the 1800s to the early 1900s, we had lost land three different times. We lost a piece of our land to Sierra Leone under the British. We lost our land to the Ivory Coast. We lost some of our land to Guinea, based on the intervention of France, again using military might. So our people, they remember these things. They may not have all the degrees that other people have, but they understand. They know these things. So they really panicked over the Guineans' conduct at this border, and they decided they would defend the border. And so far, they've been doing their best trying to keep the Guineans at bay. Anyway, one of them got shot. We're talking about the president's statement, but the president made his statement. I don't believe he even mentioned anything about this person who got shot. So we don't know. We don't have any updates on this president. But but anyway, then the president himself decided he was going to call on his brother from Sierra Leone, President Madabeo. And so I think on the 16th of March, they went to hold a mini Mono River Union Summit. So they went to Guinea. The president headed a high-powered delegation. They had a conversation, and the Liberian government came out and issued a statement that they had signed a communique. I didn't see the Guinean counterpart signature, but our government assured us that all was well, that the situation was being handled, Liberians should remain calm. And so people want to sleep. They told us that the Guineans had committed to beginning to draw down their troops and that they were leaving Liberian territory. Well, the following day, people woke up, and quite to the contrary, instead of people drawing down their troops and beginning to withdraw, people saw that the Guineans had started actually increasing their presence at the border. Not only that, they have crossed over the border, they brought their immigration, they have already started setting up local government, suggesting that Liberians who had lived on this side of the border for the entirety of their lives were now going to be considered aliens. They would need travel documents to go on their farm. Some of the people with chicken would need travel documents. They need lesser passport for their chicken to bring the chicken across the border. And so the people panicked. Based on that, the Minister of Information issued this statement. I'm not going to read the whole statement, but I'm going to put this up for the benefit of my friends who've been yapping around here. Oh, there was no mining going on. Oh, they were not doing anything on the border. Oh, blah, 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 blah. So let me put this here for my friends who are always in a hurry to defend this government, even when it is not doing the right thing. So this is what the Minister of Information issued, and this is the statement. I'm just going to read at the end of this statement. Number one, all activities of BK Enterprises, as well as sand mining or any other mining activities of any companies in the Lofa border area, are hereby suspended pending the outcome of a comprehensive investigation by the National Security Agency. So there are other counts in this document. But I just thought to share this with you so that you will see what our government. So for those who have been arguing that the Guineans just came across, they want to take our territory, and because they're a bigger country and they're bigger army, this guy is hungry for territorial claims and all of it. It doesn't seem like this has anything to do with land as much as it was to do with what is happening at this river. And I think the government, a lot of us believe this government knows what is happening. And how do we know this? One, the reports are the very, very internal affairs minister and also the deputy speaker, among other people, may have a hand in the mining that's going on at this river. Well, who owns BK Enterprises? I don't know. I'm not going to try to find out. It is the government responsibility to come and tell us. But the government is acknowledging that there has been some mining activity going on by BK Enterprises and other companies. It's not just this one company, other companies. I just put that up and we read it. BK Enterprises, sand mining, and any other mining activities by any other companies. What does that suggest to you? that there had been the existence of some kind of mining activity by BK and other mining activities, and also other companies have been mining this river and doing other stuff. So when the president went to Guinea, a lot of us believe the Guinean president expected this president uh, that he should he should go to Guinea, prepared to discuss, because we believe that when the Minister of Internal Affairs went to Guinea, the Guineans may have made a demand of the government of Liberia, what they expected. And so we believe when the president went to Guinea, he probably went either empty handed or he took with him something that was far less than what the Guinean president and the Guinean authority demanded. And so that is why we believe, even though when they were sitting in front of the Guinean president, he assured them that he will look into the matter and do something about it. As soon as they turned around, they turned their backs. The man did the opposite. He actually increased their presence at the border, increased their activities. He didn't just put the army people there now. He actually did put his immigration people, establishing local government authority. So this is from the Minister of Information. And the government thought that was it. That's all they needed to do. Until we started complaining again, the Liberian citizens started expressing their disappointment and frustration over the lack of adequate response by the government to this situation. A lot of people felt the government should explain to us what is happening. Who is this BK Enterprise and what is it that they're doing? You know, what are they doing at this border, in this river? What are they doing on the river bank? So I believe it was on Wednesday evening when the president finally broadcast a pre-recorded statement to the nation. I don't know if we still have that statement, Mr. Sully. I'm sorry, I should have told you about this. You played that statement yesterday. Do you still have it? Answer, can you hear me? I know I didn't tell you in advance, so if you don't have it, that's okay. Do you have the president's statement?
Yeah, it should be with us. Yeah. Let me
Okay.
see.
All right. So answer is gonna is
So yeah,
finding that.
can we run the show?
Yeah.
Should I get it? I'll get it in queue for you.
Okay. So the president came on and brought a pre-recorded message. All right. The first thing that a number of us saw was that we have a serious existential, right? What do we mean by that? A crisis, a problem that threatens our very existence as a nation, as a country. And these people, they've taken our border, part of our land before. They did that, though it was while the French were colonizing them, but they know they've done it before and they can do it again. So it threatens our very existence as a country. So it is an existential threat. So you have this kind of thing occurring at the border, and our government has been so cavalier about it. They've been so nonchalant. Yeah, they probably understand the details of what it is. They know it may not be or anything about land encroachment. Maybe it's just about these Guineans trying to get a little mokofe, their little something that they know the Liberian government may be getting from this water. But notwithstanding, Liberians deserve to know what is happening. So the president finally decided he was coming to explain to all, and he said nothing. The president came, gave no details, provided nothing. Even the young fellow who got shot, or the person who got shot, trying to defend our territory, president did not mention anything about this person, what their current health status is, why they got shot, did not acknowledge his gallant effort, didn't even mention his name. That's one. The very BK that was mentioned in the Information Minister Jeremy Pierre's letter, write-up, the president said nothing about that. He just basically came and just read for us, what all of us already knew, told us about their trip to Guinea, you know, how they had a good time, you know, and all of that stuff without providing us with any details of what is happening, no reassurance of what the government intends to do, how they intend to deal with this thing, you know. So the president came, delivered a statement looking very unpresidential. Um, we felt the president should have had the flag of Liberia. All of these things matter, my people. We're not being petty, and I hope you know you understand this. You're facing another country that is staring down at you, trying to stare you down. All right. Guinea is trying to bully you. All these little intangibles, they matter a lot. You know, the way you present yourself, you got to project yourself as being something. Yes, we're not talking about the Liberian government adopting a war posture. We don't want to go to war with Guinea, but notwithstanding, we gotta project our humanity, that we're humans too, and we exist, and we do understand how to deal with these matters. So the president came, he read from his, I think from his home or something, you know, just you know, you're just reading something from Facebook, and a lot of us were kind of underwhelmed by the president's appearance, the presentation, you know. So he read all of that, no detail, nothing, and that has produced no effect. Nothing has happened. The Guineans are still at the border. They're doing what they were doing before the president visit, before the president's statement, and after the president visit, and after the president's statement, nothing. They're still doing the same thing. Now, what could the president have done? What could Liberia have done? We understand Guinea is a big neighbor. They're bigger than us. We're about 5.8 million people. They're about 15 point something million people. So they're almost three times the size of Liberia. They have a bigger army. We have about around 2,000 people, on military roster. It's being reported Guinea might have up to 65,000. So it's a very big army. We're not going to fight them. We get that, you know. We don't even have a helicopter. Guinea is, you know, and talking about, you know, presentation matters and all of that. On the day that the Guineans came across here, and they leaked photos of their garrison, you know. They had this long line, almost a mile or two long, of armored personnel carriers that they had lined up. All of this thing is telegraphing a message. If you don't understand this, my people, that's that protocol. Even if you're not going to do it, you communicate it through little codes. You know, I'm not going to fight you, but I kind of tell you what I can do. They line up these old Russian tanks. Some of them that we borrowed. They can't even move. We know what the secret, but they lined them up, and they were telling us like we were trying to intimidate us, trying to bully us. You know, Dumboya is a military man, you know, so they line these old tanks up and all of that stuff. So we get it. We're not going to fight Guinea, but there are things we can do. We can use diplomacy, right, to apply pressure. I mean, you need to just look to what is happening in the Middle East. Then you understand what tactics mean. The Iranians right now, they almost got the US on their knees. I mean, I live here, I gotta you know, but I gotta be factual. The US is totally unprepared for what the Iranians are doing to them. Small country, you know, less powerful army than the US, but they are fighting these people toe to toe. And how are they doing it? Yeah, they have a few drones here and there, you know, attacking some US facilities here and there, but they're using strategy. They've decided in America here, the polls matter. Your public opinion matter. What do people think of you? They continue to take these polls almost every week. They take various opinions. What do you think about the war? How is the economy affecting you? So what the Iranians are doing is they are squeezing the American economy. People here we're paying now, since this war started, the price of gasoline has almost doubled. Americans don't like that. Yeah, they don't want to be paying too much for grocery. You know, you go to the store now, the price of everything is going up. Why? Because the Iranians have figured that American or the entire world functions on oil, and they are close to a passageway called the Strait of Hormuz. You may have heard this. That passageway, we understand, about 20% of the world's oil supply comes through that passageway, that little strait. It's like a little opening. They've closed it down, and they're applying the pressure on the U.S. If you notice, when this president came into being, he was bullying everybody. I mean, including his own NATO allies. Trying to take Greenland, trying to attack Greenland, in spite of the fact that Denmark and all these people, that he didn't care. But what did Iran make him do? He started begging these people to come and help, because what they want is, yeah, the US can escort one or two ships, but they want the volume. They want a volume to register defiance to the Iranians, to say you cannot close it straight down. You cannot, because so they wanted more ships to come in. The president here could not get any ally. You read how he's been lashing out, calling the NATO country, cowards and all of that. But this is about strategy. You don't always have to fight frontal, toe to toe. You can apply other tactics, and you can humble your adversary, and that's what the Iranians are doing here. So just yesterday, we heard that even though the U.S. is fighting Iran, they're going to lift the sanction on the Iranian oil. Can you imagine that? You're fighting this country, you put sanction on the oil, but because you need the oil so badly, they have some oil sitting on the sea in various tankers. They're going to remove the sanction so that this oil can be shipped. Some, I think 140 million barrels or so of Iranian oil, even though they're saying the money will not go to Iran, but some of it will find its way. So this is how you do it, strategy. So we don't expect the government of Liberia to go to war with Guinea, no, but you can apply pressure. Guinea has some neighbors. Guinea itself, the economy is struggling. We all know that. We are all West African. We know that. Guinea has been our neighbor. We've been dealing with Guinea since Sekou Touré time. I mean Sekou Touré, And Councillor Gonglo gave a little bit of history on Liberia's, involvement with Guinea prior to the independence, pre-independence time. Most of these countries, we were the only independent country in the region. Most of them came to Liberia, through Liberia, to the UN to go and make their case. We did that for Guinea, and so there are lots of things this government can do. They can go on to the friends of Guinea. We understand President Paul Kagame of Rwanda is a very close friend of President Doumbouya. I don't know if our government has reached out to this man. And again, you can't blame me for speculating. There's nothing coming out of the government on anything. They're not telling us nothing. So we just go ahead and fill the vacuum with speculation. You can go to Paul Kagame and say, look, this is what your younger brother is doing to us, and tell him to knock it off. The government should be able to do that. Send Foreign Minister Sarah Besleyanti over there and go, even if he doesn't come out with anything, announce it. Let Doumbouya know that you're going to meet with Kagame, and he will take notice. Or you can call on the former president of Liberia, George Manawia. He's a very good friend of Emmanuel Macron's, the current president of France. And France has a very strong hold over Guinea. Guinea is not like the AES country like Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso that say French should leave there. I don't think the Guineans have driven the French out of Guinea, and that means they have very strong ties with France. You can tell President George Weah to sit down with his buddy. I mean, we know President Weah has close relationship with President Macron. I mean, otherwise the Fadiga will be in Paris right now at the embassy. We are called the embassy after Fadiga told we had to die. Look, he was on Facebook here opening wide mouth, and he wished President Weah would die. And sympathies to him and brother and the family. We understand they lost their mother, the Fadigas. But anyway, so because of President Weah's relationship, the French people told them, no, if you're gonna let our best buddy Judge Weah, you're gonna tell him to die, you don't belong here. And Fadiga never went to France, never took that spot. So President Weah has, a very strong relationship with Macron, because President Weah played football in Paris. He got to meet with these people that know him. You can talk to the former president and say, go to Paris and tell your man Macron to call his boy Doumbouya, let him get off our territory and cut it out. There are a lot of things the government can do, you know. But the president got up and decided this man who aggressed you came and took piece of your territory, pee all over your territory, doo all over your territory. You get it, you go to Conakry, you say you go do peace talk. I mean, how does that make any sense? Please, open the line, my brother. While we're talking, I want to hear what I would think this is the best way to deal with this thing. You know, and the CMC came out with a statement. We're very clear on that. The political leader and the CMC, the leadership, we told them we didn't think that was the best way to handle this crisis. You cannot be trying to make peace with somebody who is already trying to bully you. The bullies don't understand that kind of diplomacy. No. In fact, that's the fuel that bullies they feed on. When they see you demonstrating weakness or acquiescing to their bullies, their bullying, they will come after you with more force. So our president Garo, Dumboya came into our country, took our territory, trying to take more and all of this. Then the president got up and decided you're going to Guinea, you know, to hold peace talk with Dumboya. So he went there. We understand Dumboya did not even meet him at the airport. He sent his junior ministers to go and meet him, brought him in. We saw something that looked at president was sitting in the waiting room with a friend by Bill, waiting. Again, we're allowed to speculate on these matters because the government has not been forthcoming. So we saw photos that suggested that they may have kept them in the waiting room, waiting for Dumboya to go and drink a little atai or a little money klama or whatever you were eating, because we're not Ramadan time, I think, or Ramadan already on, So they went to Guinea, they all of that got nothing. Then not only that, they came back to us and misrepresented the whole thing. Others may say they lied to us. They had to issue 2 communiques plus a statement from the president of the Republic of Liberia. All 3 of those, nothing has changed. Nothing. So we're very concerned with the way our people are handling this matter. We think there's a better way to do it. Use the diplomacy. We understand the president is opting for diplomacy, but the way he's going about it, we don't think it is going to produce any result the way he's going about it. Use the pressure points that are available to you. Call on the people who have a lot of sway over this president and let them tell him to cut it out. That's the way to go. All right, Mr. Selly. I've been talking too long now. Let me hear what you got to say. And then,
all right. So, yeah, let's get feedback from the audience, the listeners. 0776927472. Aaron, we are in, I think, Noir, the two. Yeah, so you'll get back to me after the show. Aaron, we are in Noir, the lady. Yeah, I think the two of them. Get back to me after the show, please. You are calling me by Monday on the show. I cannot reach out to you guys.
Those are the winners. The winners from yesterday.
Yeah,
okay.
Two, Aaron and Noah.
Okay.
The both of them here. So I think what happened is that the number, the call on the show, they said the gift should be sent on another number. Well, I wasn't getting in that time around to do that. So let's talk to this caller right here. 0776927472. The numbers to call me. Quickly listen to Mr. Nangwe. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening again. This is Emmanuel Patrick from the church.
Yeah, you may go ahead quickly.
I was thank you, Mr. Nangwe, and thank you, Asu. And the Nangwe I'm nearly all. I mean, the issue of the border is very concerning. And up to date, the president have done very good at addressing the nation. What is what? I mean, you talk about the legislature going to the border today. But they want to just find the two men talk. They want to just find them their money. Why can't not because do on the border? Are they airfare? Are they general? Are they for the fire? I mean, they just show the one. Just show it.
0776927472. They're just on show it. Thank you, my brother. Thanks for calling there. 0776927472. Numbers to call, yeah, like you 776 92 74 72. You listen to Mr. Nangbe. All right. So we are still discussing the current situation at Liberia and Guinea border. Have us on the show 776-9274-72. It's a weekend edition for Liberia's East Side here on Truth FM 96.1. Yeah, so it's a weekend edition Saturday, a special edition. Yeah, 776-9274-72. Hello, hello.
Good evening.
Yeah,
Yeah, my name is Steve. I said I'm calling from the Painesville this evening.
from where, Chief?
I call from Painesville.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want like to say thank you for your talking point this evening, the discussion. But I think what the president did is that is the diplomatic way. People are calling of lawmakers are going there and saying, oh, the people who are already lose the land, this and that. No. The MPs don't get vehicle to say because we get a member or get a war or just join the war. War is not something that we need to play for or to pray for.
Okay.
So we that know we experience what we know what they do us. So let us take and pray. Let it peace come. Let it go the diplomatic way that we want it for it to be.
Thank you. Thanks for calling. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
I'm Chilo, speaking from Grand Master.
Go ahead, Chief. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my brother, they are already said it, but then the problem with our country is that we talk, we just do produce a guy, and let it be fun. The kind of politics we talk about our country. But unfortunately, the president up to this time, they don't come out to tell people why they went down there for. He keep giving a fighting anything at all. He said, all is well. He said, all is well now. Look at our border is down filled with Guineans. And then the kind of life we're living today. So anyway, for the 2 years, spread president we had the 2 years experience we have today.
Thank you. Go ahead. Good evening.
William.
Yes, sir. Your name, Chief. Where do you call from?
Yeah, my name is Sarah Chauncey. I'm calling from Bayville.
You're alive.
You see, the whole thing agency was elaborated, showing people like this is an invasion. Now the people are trying to settle a local government there. The next thing they will do is to bring a citizen here. Tell them, Guinea is landlocked. Guinea doesn't have a port. The other thing they will do here is to cover the people of Moruga. Then where are we? Let me tell you, this Doyaga is smart. If you can remember, he launched a coup in Guinea without killing the leader, without bloodshed. So he does his things coolly. He will be doing coolly until he invades the whole country. The next thing they will come with the watching is the people of Moruga. Thank you.
No, they get come from my baby, my brother. Yeah, they get come from my baby. The next one will come from my baby. The guys there. By 0776-9274-72. Let's go for the caller right here. Let's pick up this caller. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
My name is Moses Marcel Divine Tabe. I do join your conversation. My conference to FDA community. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I always told people, if you cannot just stop it, you're sorry. Talking about the border between Guinea and Liberia, our president, I listened to him on on the state broadcast saying we should be calling for peace. How can you call for peace when you are not even having a peace in your own homeland? Your people are crying. Your people are struggling. Your people are making noise all the time. They are into confusion all the time with the country, the way the country is running. Then you are there calling for peace. How can you go in Guinea and come back? You can't tell us about peace. You are not saying anything that you went for. Why you went for in Guinea? You are not saying anything. They just come back to talk about peace. Is that how the country will be running? Under the Unity Party-led government? Then he comes back and settle peace with us in the country. We are citizens. Then he settle it with us first, that we can even go in another country to come back and tell us about peace. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Thanks for calling. The 0776 9274 70. Let's hear you on 776 92 74 72. Call us. They'll be live on the show tonight. 0776 9274 72. Yeah, are you there? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, see, the problem that before then,
What's your name?
The whole issue to that border land,
But you call your name now. Call your name and where you calling from?
I'm calling from Marshall Highway.
Okay.
The whole problem that you see, why you see the answer of like that, not want to go to that border. Because the money activities that go out there, the chief of staff, I don't want to
What the people told you, my man?
what they told me.
Okay. That's a good news there. Hello? Yes, sir. Assertive.
Let's go. Look, I listened to somebody call us, and I see no mutualism between any or some of them.
Mm-hmm.
We are talking about invasion. Guinea can't be invaded. People talking about certain problem in the country. I mean, can we all join together and fight people out? And let them know. We are being armed back. We cannot be able to use a weapon in this country. You know that they just lifted it. Are we so strong enough to wage war? We just keep for how many years war when I even settle here. So I think if the president says he's trying to solve it diplomatically, let us sit down and rally around the president and see what input we can give.
Okay, right. Thank you. Hello?
Good evening. How you doing?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you to your promise. This is Nima Siriki, calling from Nima County.
Nima County.
We have Pacific Anchor, so I'm not telling you with the second year.
Okay.
Okay, your life. You see, my brother, probably in this country, this government just came to power to suffer the problem on us. Now, it's about democracy. When the citizens got on the street to protest, to protest for their right, they will go and shoot tear gas and fire live bullet and shoot them with hot water. Yeah, something happened in Kepa. When the ministry workers joined the street, what they did? And when you are war for the America, the guns are running. Where are the weapons? They use all the gun in the Kepa. And then they keep that gun silent. And the Guinean has took a place. So the only solution is that let us pray to Guinean, then them go ahead and then even fire, not get to Guinea.
Ah? Magi Guinea for you?
For years.
Okay. Go ahead. You're alive. Hello? Yeah?
Yeah. Talking to you, I need Samuel there from Upper Market, district number 5.
Samuel, go ahead, my brother.
Yes, what do other gentlemen and they are talking that the president have not said anything? It's the best way the president is moving. Even now, it's on this power between Liberia and Guinea. The Martinos are here, they will be in problem. You don't know that.
Mm.
Eh? So the they probably taking the best then or because of public sentiment. Some of them they are just talking that they probably are not doing anything.
Wow, not me, oh, not me. Not me. I think your money finished or something like. Hello, not me, oh. Call it if it's possible. You can call back. Well, we have 11 more minutes to go. Let's see what we can keep the calls rolling. Keep more call coming in. Hello, Ansu, go ahead.
This is Moses. I'm coming back up in Johnson.
Most of your life.
Okay, people call it just say something it will be wrong. This is what made today the Latin and the work for the school last longer. They say the Guinea and the this about Matingo. That was not what the man in Guinea. They will go kill the Gizi and they will kill them. Don't stop this thing. The main focus point is to live in the destroy Matingo. If there's only Matingo, there's no national issue. Matingo, they are saying of this country. I'm a Guillaume. So if anything happens, you go in here because they kill all the going to kill there. No, let's stop this thing. We're not for the job war. They say anyway, I mean, go to for the day of Matingo.
Okay.
Stop this thing.
Thank you. Let me pick the next caller.
Good evening.
Yeah.
My name is Steve. I'm calling from the LCC community.
Yes, sir.
I want to say thank you for the talking point, and I would like to say to those that won war, that say the way the president went is not the right way. Let them wait for themselves. When they get their own, let them go look for their own country to go forever. For Labrador, we need peace, and the peace we want is peace that will lift everybody up, your unborn and grown children to enjoy the country. We don't want war again. Some people are feeling whatever war. When the president go for peace, he cannot make peace to elaborate.
Okay. Thank you. Your last caller. We have 10 minutes there. Let's caller go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is Aaron Dennis here. I don't have the question of Linga Market Redactor. Oh, Chief, tell me what they started in look at the Masona River is talking about. Some of all we are like friends, not but want to get a clear picture. Is it really that the Masona River is between Lufa and our Liberia AD? It's sort of bounded between Liberia AD?
Okay. That's the next question. Thank you. Your last caller. So when I get back to Mr. Namwe, and we son just joined us. So Mr. Namwe, you listen to the caller?
Thank you very much, Mr. Sully. Thank you so much. Mr. Cooper, welcome. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Let me thank our callers and for their contribution. I'll give it to you, Winston. And thank you to the callers. Let me assure, I think the second to the last caller. So nobody's advocating for war. Nobody. I said here that we should go to war. If anything, we've said no, we should avoid going to war. But notwithstanding, we are a sovereign country. We can't just sit here and let Guinea stomp all over us and do whatever they want. There are other remedies available to us. That's what we're saying. We have a diplomatic toolkit. Use that kit. Go in the kit and take out the best option you have. We think the president going to Guinea to go and beg Guinea to get out of Liberia. We think it was a wrong move, and we'll not be shy about it. Somebody, you and your wife go outside. Somebody slap your wife, then you go back and you say, "Man, let's go to your house. Let me ask you why you slap my wife. What does that make you?" That's the point we're making here. So nobody's advocating for war. I want you to make sure. I want to make sure we understand that. Nobody. If you want to sit down here and let Guinea can't walk over, you go and lie down to the border. But go and tell that to the people right now at the border. Since March 2nd, some of the people have not been able to go on their farms. They don't even know where their chickens are, where their goats are. Some of them can't go to and tap their palm wine. You go and tell them, say the president said, "We must take it easy. You go to Guinea and come back and do this and do that." We want Guineans to leave our land and go back into Guinea today, yesterday, since March 2nd, is the point we're making. But I thank you all for your calls. Mr. Cooper, welcome. As Mr. Shelley said, we got 8 minutes left on the clock, and thanks for joining us. So I will give it to you. The topics we discussed today, let me put them back on. Today we talk about um, the um, the end of Ramadan. We wish our colleagues happy end of Ramadan, and then we also we talked about whether we think the government's fight against bad governance, corruption, the LCC, the tenure, and all of that. Whether there are people who are beginning to think that the government may be intentionally losing these cases because they're trying to establish precedent so that tomorrow when they leave office and they begin to prosecute them, they can point to these as precedents. So we think by losing, they're actually winning. So we had some calls coming and all of that, and then of course we're talking about the border situation. So you can pick any one of those and make your comments. But welcome, I said.
Thank you, Mr. Nangwe, and thanks for the opportunity. I think I followed the show. It was a very scintillating conversation tonight with you and Ansu. I'm really sorry for coming late. I didn't really know the whole Saturday schedule, and as you may be aware, I've been working on one or two to be able to get myself set up for the show
Right.
and to keep up with my schedule. But it's good to be here. So basically, I want to start with the Ramadan celebration. I think we saw that across the globe. Liberia as well, it happened there, and I just want to say happy Ramadan to our brothers and sisters, our Muslim brothers and sisters out there. I think it's good that we all coexist in a society, and everybody be given a time to celebrate that day of celebration, and we saw that happening. And again, we all are identifying with the Muslim community as well. So with the aspect that was discussed on whether the government of Liberia is winning, I think there are a lot more that need to be done, considering the fact that this government came to power with huge promises, with a lot of promises they gave to the Liberian people about restoring the hope, renewing their hope, and reassuring them with the new future that they want to see for their children and all of that. So there are a lot more to do. It's just that you promise a lady, and you got her convinced, she got married to you. So you got to stand by your commitment, whatever promises you made to her. And this is why we have been calling on the government to be able to lay up to their commitment. They talk about the green of rules. They talk about sweeping corruption out of the system and all of that. So we expect that these things will be able to be done on this administration, and they have a lot of time to work in. They have 6 years to work in, and they have all of the resources and everything it takes so they can be able to deliver on the service. While we understand that there are domestic discontent going around because the people are not satisfied with the way the economy is going, the way the government is proceeding, but the government should know that they have to lay up to their commitment. And I just want to end up on the situation that's happening between Liberia and Guinea. And Mr. Nambe, one thing that I will agree to you on is that, whenever you talk about Liberia has to take a bold step to prove to other neighboring countries that we are sovereign nation. We have the ability to protect ourselves. People feel like, you want to bring war, you want to push Liberia to war. But these things happen for you to prove to your neighboring country that, look, we have all it takes to protect ourselves. I know we don't have all of the time here, but in the case of Liberia and Guinea, I would be expecting Liberia. Look, Liberia is a member on the United Nations. We are member of the United Nations non-permanent seat, and we're also part of the United Nations Security Council. So Liberia will address the issue diplomatically, but then at the intervening period, as a country to show to another country that, look, we protect our sovereignty, and we make sure that we are respected as a country. There should be some high level of response to in that region to prove to the Guinean that, look, we are not just country that you can just intrude and do whatever you want to do. I think it violates the international law that you go on another man's land and plant your flag there. I think it's wrong for our region, and the Mountain River Union should come together and condemn these kind of acts. And I think these kind of things should not be happening among Mountain River Union country members.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cooper. Thank you so much, and thanks for joining us. We have about a minute or two left, so thank you again, viewers. We want to remind you, this is the flyer. You can take a picture, screenshot it. But these are the numbers you should send your photos to for the best dressed for yesterday's end of Ramadan. You don't have to be a Muslim. Send it in. The deadline to submit your photo to any of these numbers is Thursday the 26th, and you have a chance to win $10. So we'll be announcing the winners on the 27th, which will be on Friday. Quick programming note here. I also want to mention that the political leader, this just came off the wires while we were here. The political leader here will be making an appearance on Punch FM on Tuesday. So we want to invite you to join us on Tuesday. You can join the Honorable Musa Hassan Ability. Let me see here. I think this is the wrong tag here. Just a second. I'm still getting used to this. So, this is gonna be on this flyer, which I'm not able to bring up because I don't know how to do it. And this is not that. Okay, but please join us on um, Tuesday the 24th. O'Neill Roberts and crew. The flyer is on it's on WhatsApp. I have to download and order that, but the Honorable Musa Hassan Ability will be on the Punch FM. So please make it a date to join the PL, and also you can call in to participate. I'm sure we'll talk about that also on Monday when we come in and remind you again. So let me quickly, before I forget, we want to send our condolences again to the Vice Chairman for Mobilization and Recruitment, Honorable Gompu Kargon. We understand he lost his brother. Deepest sympathies to you, sir. We hope that your brother's soul will go to rest in peace. So while we're doing that, we also want to celebrate with Mr. Roland Tier. Roland Tier is in Kakata with the Margibi team. He has a birthday today, so happy birthday, Roland. Happy birthday to you. Hope you're having a good time. Also, Ambassador Carlo Arcalo, I think, is also celebrating his birthday. So happy birthday to you, sir. And again, thank you all for joining us. Winston, thank you so much. Hopefully next, I don't know what
Yeah.
time it is in Rwanda now.
It's 10 p.m. But actually, I didn't know the Saturday schedule. I put my I'm on a schedule for Saturday, but I didn't actually
Okay.
know the Saturday schedule.
Yeah.
That's where the
All right.
confusion
Yeah.
came.
So we come on at 2 p.m. Eastern, which I
Okay.
believe is probably like 8 p.m. 8 or so your time. But anyway, 2 p.m. Eastern. So
Yeah, I think
yeah. So every Saturday. But thank you very much, man. Regards to everyone in Kigali,
thank
and
you, Mr. Nam.
have a good rest of your weekend.
Thank
All
you.
right, folks. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Yeah, this is crazy. I didn't know that when the show can start. What John later.